I had a clip kind of pop off on TikTok.
It was one clip.
300 and 500 million
Did
views.
you have any feeling that one was going to pop?
I think that clip is ass, bro. Post everything, bro. It's literally, there's no punchlines in it. I learned a valuable lesson is that like Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they're honestly just looking for a vibe.
No, that's unfortunate. Well, I was like, we can either set it all up or we can just have a nice day at the beach for the boys, dude.
Nice day for the. Look, I'm in sweatpants.
Yeah.
Are we rolling? We're in Venice Beach, baby.
That's right. Hey,
Venice Beach, baby.
Hey, I got one question for you. What's your name, bro?
My name is Morgan J. Thank you for having me on the podcast.
Doing auto-tune without auto-tune
People don't realize I can hit the notes, bro. They don't realize it.
How did you first go the singing route? Did you do that from the jump?
I was singing sorry, back to one.
Yeah, you're good.
I was singing for a while. I was in like all-state choir. I just never put it in my act because I thought like this is what stand-up comedians do.
Right.
Everybody be cool. Police are coming.
Yeah.
Everybody be cool. No, but I just didn't put it in my act because I was like, I don't know. And then when I started with the guitar, I felt like, I don't know, you just feel this little sense of judgment from other comics. I've never been a comics comic. I never made the comics in the back of the room laugh.
Well, there's a little secret to that, which is that comics will judge you no matter what you're doing.
And I know I'm getting hate right now. I'm like killing a game right now. I know people are hate. You know, I saw this post by another comic about Raising Cane's.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, everybody hates on Raising Cane's because they're like, Raising Cane's is only good because they got the sauce. If they had no sauce, they wouldn't be Raising Cane's. But he was like, but guess what? They got the sauce.
They got the sauce.
They got the sauce.
I mean, you could deconstruct anything. You could be like, dude, In-N-Out Burger's only good because they use like natural ingredients and cheese, you know?
They have a blessing and a prayer at the bottom of the fries.
You're going to get hate no matter what.
Oh, yeah,
because like most comedians, like the general job of a comedian is to look at things and kind of shit on them.
Yeah.
And then you mix that in with the fact that 95% of comedians are not independently happy or currently successful.
Have you met? Do you know comics who have made it like, and then their disposition has completely changed? Like they got like really happy and grateful, or have you mostly heard comics? I know one comic in particular who like made it, and he went from being like this curmudgeon to just like this really nice happy guy.
That I think is actually a rare story. I feel like a lot of times like obviously success, and it's different levels. Like obviously I'm not where you are, but like
Definitely
I am
not.
where
Definitely not.
You don't like my beach studio, dude?
Definitely not. I mean, dude, can you afford? I mean, like, this is like a homeless guy. You want to go do my podcast, bro?
Dude, it's nice. I thought it would be nice
really
for us to connect with nature, get you outside a little bit, get you away from the machines.
Yeah.
But like even like I have spent, many years just wanting to even be here, right? And then you see people who get a lot more successful. And I feel like success, it makes your life a lot better and it can change how you feel about things. But if you aren't taking steps to make sure that you're happy for other reasons, I think it can actually be really depressing. Because if you get there and then you're not happy, then you're like, fuck, I did everything and I'm still not happy.
This is one of the things I realized in the last year, right? So a year ago or so, I was averaging I was doing Wednesday and Sunday night shows, like those off nights, right? And I was doing like 60 tickets to maybe 200 tickets. That was like the average, depending on where I was in the country. And I was honestly pretty happy. I was like, oh, this is good. I can make a living. If this is the rest of the career, then this is all right. And then shit kind of went to a whole other stratosphere that I couldn't even really imagine, But I noticed when I was alone on some of these tour dates, I was not. It was cool, but I was alone.
Yeah.
And now I'm in a place where I could bring different friends with me. I have a team of people with me, and the money is good, but honestly having some friends with me on tour is even better.
It makes
and I'll be real with you,
difference.
I'm the least fun person on the tour, by the way.
I believe that. Because I don't see you going out and mixing it up.
I can't. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I can't really do nothing on tour like that just because the shows are so vocally demanding of me.
Right.
That I my videographer and merch person, he doesn't drink at all either, so we hang out. And Topher, my assistant, he doesn't really do much. He's a younger guy. He's 24, a music nerd, and he doesn't really do much. But then I bring different people on the road. I mean, I'm actually going to bring Mark Smalls on a couple tour dates.
Mark's opening up for me tonight in Irvine.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, Mark is the best.
He's the best.
He's
dude.
the fucking lunatic, dude.
He's great. He's opening for me in in the Bay Area.
Sick.
I'm doing 3 shows, and I'm doing at the Curran Theater, and then 2 other theaters in San Francisco, and he's going to come to Portland.
Fuck yeah.
So, you know.
It is funny because I think you always expect when you're coming up, you think like, oh, when I get there, when I'm on tour, it's going to be a fucking movie. It's going to be crazy.
Sometimes it is.
Well, it is, but it's just like you don't usually have the gas to go out and rage after a lot of times, especially when you have like, once you get to the point where that is possible, there's so many other stressors in your life that you need to be like alive. Yeah, it's also you're 38.
I'm literally old. I'm unk,
as
they say. I'm unk. Like, I was in Vegas last weekend, and
you didn't even turn it up in Vegas.
And the thing is, I have all of the outlets. Like, my manager's like, you want to go to whatever nightclub you want to go to, we'll get you for free. Like, it's at like that level now. It's like, wherever you want to go, we got you. You know, I'm not going to strip clubs. I'm just like gambling. I'm just like, I spent the whole day at the poker table before one of the shows, and then after the show I hit the roulette table a little bit. But outside of that, I mostly enjoy. I always just try to stay in a nice hotel.
That is the nicest flex. That makes all the difference in the world.
No shade to Airbnb, but I used to have a joke about Airbnb about how like it's like a riddle. You're like you get a text from a stranger, like you have to, like, you're gonna go over some train tracks. And you have to enter to the back, and then you open a lockbox and there's a riddle inside. And it's like, bro, like, I just want to give you an ID and get into my room.
Yes, but there are different levels to it. Like, shitty hotel is the worst. That's the worst experience you can have. That's where there's like, I don't want to fucking die here.
It's like the only thing across. It's like across the street is like Applebee's or a Chili's, and you're off the highway and like near an airport and outside of Kansas City or some shit.
Yeah, that's hell. We can't do that. The Airbnb, I think, is nice when you're rolling with a crew and you want to have like a common area. Sure. Like, I was in Calgary and I brought Tim Young with me, and we finished a show and there's a super topical clip, so we're like, let's go back and edit right now. So it's like 2 a.m. We have a nice common area. If we're in a fucking Holiday Inn room, that's depressing.
Yeah.
You know? So the Airbnb can be nice for that. But yeah, if you can stay at like a fucking Fairmont or some real nice shit, then that's number one.
Yeah, I just like having my own room in case, you know.
Oh shit, in case you need to.
In case, you know,
need to fuck a little bit.
Need to walk around and jerk off. I like to walk and jerk off.
That's a nice one, dude. Yeah, a true stand-up comedian, dude.
But yeah, I like to have my own space, and just like the way I sleep, and
dude, Mark said the funniest thing when we were in Edmonton. Mark and I have this really nice tradition.
Yeah.
Every year I go headline in Edmonton, and Mark comes and opens for me. And Tammy, who runs the club, was like, "Mark, you don't need to come open for Joey. You can headline here." And Mark's like, "I'm never gonna do that." And she's like, "Why?" He's like, "We have a nice retreat here. We have a thing going. We go to the same bar every night. We have a nice time." And Tammy's like, "Mark, you'd leave money on the table just to keep a tradition going?" And Mark goes to the owner of the club and he's like, "Tammy, I didn't get into comedy for the money. I got into comedy to jerk off in random hotel rooms."
That's hilarious. And play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Oh,
but he's about that life.
Yeah. I mean, I think Mark could be one of the greats, dude.
Oh, Mark is a superstar. The thing that he won't do.
He just won't do clips or promote. Listen, Mark can listen to this right now. I'm gonna give him this feedback when I see him.
I will tell him this tonight. I tell him it all the time.
I was in New York talking to a high-level agent about Mark.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Yeah, Mark is fucking hilarious."
Yeah.
But he literally does nothing to like. He doesn't do like that backend shit that we all have to do that we hate.
Oh.
It's honestly like it's. I don't know, dude.
The amount of times I've had this exact conversation, A, about Mark, and B, just 2 other comedians' faces, where a comedian will come up to me and be like, "Bro, I just feel like I was born in the wrong time. I'm just like not trying to do all this shit." And I'm like, I have great news for you. You have the easiest problem in the world to fix.
I know.
You're fucking lazy, and you can wake up and fix that problem every day of your life. You don't need a Rubik's Cube. You don't need any sort of anything you need to decode. You just need to stop being fucking lazy.
Yeah.
But some people don't want to do that. Mark, I think, is talented enough. It'll still work out for him because, like, someone will find him and help him maybe. But for 99% of people, it's like it just is a grind. I mean, how long have you been doing it?
I mean, I've been doing it. This summer will be like 18 years because I started when I was 20. But like the pandemic is when I started posting every other day or so. And then, I mean, I was lucky because I got in like right for the comedy gold rush. Like a lot of comedians were kind of like really reluctant to post clips like that. And I was like, fuck it, dude. Let me just, I had a whole backlog. But then after that, I mean, this is before AI was like subtitling shit for you. I was doing all that shit on my own, and then eventually I got to a point where like I could hire an intern to do the editing, and now I have like 3 editors who edit different things. And
Yeah.
So, but I mean, like, you need to invest money to like I spend a lot of money on editors now, but I mean, I make it back on social media, but
I think people will also hear that and
And brand
misunderstand
deals.
it because I spend money on editor. I edit myself. I also spend money on editors. And what people will think, like, oh, you made it, you can just spend money. When you spend money on editors, it's still, in my experience, I'm doing a lot of initial time stamping. I'm going back 4, 5, 6 edits. I'm basically editing. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'll throw it back in Premiere, make the cuts myself
you do the
because
paper edit and then you send it over. No,
Yeah.
100%.
because you have to have that level of anxiety that's like,
You're not gonna pick
that
up-
3 seconds sucked.
Yep.
And that 3 seconds needs to go because I don't want someone
To say
leaving
he's
my digital realm forever because they got bored.
100%. I mean, that's my note to my editor. I'm like, the minute you feel like swiping away, just cut it out.
Yeah.
Uh,
Which sucks because you first start off and you're like, no, everything I say, I need people to
valuable.
see all the insane. People won't know I came up with this off the top, and then eventually you're like, not hitting,
don't,
move
dude.
on. They don't give
They
a
don't.
fuck.
They don't give a
No
fuck,
one
bro.
thinks what you're doing is impressive.
No.
They're just wondering if it's entertaining. So you have to
Literally.
remove the like part of you that wants to be like, look how clever I am.
Are you bringing value to this person's day?
That's right.
What are you doing with this clip? No, I mean the clipping stuff. Although I mean now with my following, like I make a substantial amount of. I mean like compared to touring, but like it all builds the brand and sells. All it is we just want to sell tickets, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, last night, you're catching me on a very like high right now, right? I mean, I'm a little bit tired, but last night I did my first show with a band, full band,
Yeah.
had rehearsals. Show was incredible. My manager comes to me after the show, goes, "All right, by next fall, 2026, you're going to be doing Red Rocks, and then a year after that, you're going to do the Sphere." 'Cause that's where we're at. Like this show now has leveled up to a point where I don't think there's any comedy show like it where I'm at. Like I haven't unveiled it yet. We're doing our first tour date in Salt Lake City next month, just like as a test run, and then the Beacon Theater will be in November, and then I think New Year's Eve is going to be in Vegas again.
Mm-hmm.
But when I say like I'm putting on a fucking show, it don't even feel like a comedy show anymore.
Well, that's the thing is you have a different offering that you can provide to
different
people,
now,
and it
dude.
lends itself to bigger and bigger and bigger rooms. Where like comedy and arena can be like, how do we do this? You have the whole multimedia like music component that you can make it as big as you want to.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the reason I'm so excited because I did like 3 brand new songs, completely brand new, last night. No, like 4 brand new last night. Had never done them, and they just like all fucking hit, dude. They all fucking hit, and this is like show 1. I mean, by the time we get to show 100, I mean this shit's gonna be so locked in. I'm so excited. I'm so hyped.
You have to be.
I'm so hyped.
It's
about
everything you've been working on, and like you said, 18 years.
It better be good.
That's the show.
God forbid.
Yeah.
You know people do this shit for 10 years. Like they're like, they haven't changed their act at all or done anything, and you're like, bro, can you watch your clip? Are you watching the same clips I am?
That's why I think it's an inspiring and it's an amazing story because what it tells you is like it can take a long time,
Yeah.
but you need to keep pushing and trying new things until you find your thing. So it's kind of inspiring because it's like if it hasn't happened and you're 12 years in, you could be one tweak away from making it happen.
switching
but
it
you
up.
gotta try new shit and you gotta do the back end bullshit that
know.
I don't want to do. You're still doing shit you don't want to do.
Absolutely.
You're selling out a show. I imagine waking up the next day and doing some really
Oh, yeah.
boring,
I woke up this morning, I'm,
mundane
like,
fucking.
texting, like, can you get this writer from? Hey, did we get the clip for that? Can we edit that? Can we do this? Can we do that? Like,
Yeah.
I never wanted to work in an office, but it feels like I wake up every day having to do a bunch of admin work that.
Bro, I worked in an office. This is it's
yeah.
almost worse. I mean, I'll tell you this. It's not worse because the thing that kills you about working in an office is doing mundane, boring shit that isn't ultimately serving you.
Yeah.
That's what kills you. See, the thing is
Yeah.
like you're doing shit you don't want to do, but it's in service of the dream. It's in service of Morgan J at Red Rocks 2026. And that type of feeling, you'll do anything for that. And that's why it pisses me off when people are like, I just don't want to, I didn't get into comedy to be an editor. I go, I don't know what to fucking tell you. There's an
either.
opportunity out there. Yeah, like just go do shit. But it is cool because it's like it happened for you late and it happened for you just based on what you were doing, not having someone pluck you and put you on.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm in such a good position of power and like agency in the fact that like I'm not beholden to anybody ever again. Like for so long I was like, if I have that agent or that manager or this TV deal or that show or that thing, that like it does none of that even matter. I mean, I remember
it literally doesn't matter anymore.
I
because
wanted to be on SNL. I wanted to be on this shit. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter.
And it doesn't, like, even a high-powered agent can't give you, like, an audience. They can't, and that's all you're looking. You could have fucking Harvey Weinstein in his prime, dude. He can't give you.
Can't do it.
Like,
can't do it. Like, I was on a phone call with a celebrity that I know that was kind of saying, basically, they said verbatim, like, I kind of wish I had what you had. Like, they have movies and TV shows, but this, like, built-in audience that I have now, it's like there was an article that was like, all you need is 1,000 fans. If you have 1,000 fans, you could be good.
Yeah, I think it's a book, 1,000 True Fans.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because I read it, and it's a good point, but I think you want more than 1,000 fans. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. Like, the idea is... I
mean, 1,000 fans are not going to pay for a weekly IV.
That's the thing is, like, it's 1,000... I think the point is if you have 1,000 true fans that, like, fuck with you so hard that they'll pay you $10 a month or something, like, it adds up to a great living.
Yeah,
but
I mean, we were in Montreal a couple weeks ago, and it was like below zero, and there was a line of several hundred people waiting to get in.
Yeah,
I mean, if that doesn't tell you feel like you made it.
Do you think that'll ever get old? Because I had my first I sold out a weekend in Austin. It was like lines of people waiting, and it hit me when I saw someone took the video, and I was looking at it, and I was like, dude, I've been in that line. For so many people, hype for tonight, like, oh, I'm gonna go see this person that I've been waiting to see, and it was the coolest feeling. I was like, I don't think that'll ever go away.
Yeah, when people get excited, like when I was going to the venue, this girl who was coming to the show ran into me in the elevator, and she was freaking out and started shaking, and I was like, what? You're shaking because of me? Like, I mean, yeah, I'm like, I'm assaulting you. So obviously, no, I'm like threatening. I'm like,
yeah, new Hollywood. It's the same as the old Hollywood.
I'm verbally threatening you.
Yeah, 100%.
No, she was just.
I'm exerting my height and dominance over you.
I swear to God, that's gonna be taken out of context.
No.
She was just like, when fans get hella excited to see me, I'm just like so blown away. I don't feel any different than I did like a year ago. But
like almost it doesn't make sense. Like, even if you're used to it, like, I can have expectations on, man, I thought that clip should do 1 million, but when one human being is like, dude, I watch your shit, I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
It really is mind-boggling, man. And then, like, the roar of the crowd now, dude, I can't. It's hard to. My buddy who's been on the road with me now, who's seen me through many years of this, he's like, it's crazy. He was like speechless last night after the show. He's like, I don't even know what to say, bro. Just when I thought you had no more magic tricks left, you did this shit.
Something happened.
You're like, what the fuck? But yeah, man.
Did you ever want to just do straight up music?
No, I always loved I always loved stand up.
See, what's amazing is I do no music in the stand up. I would have loved to have been a straight up musician.
Yeah, well, bro, now that I'm doing like mostly like a full music hour, because it was like a little mix of both. But now, like, last night was like a full-on concert that I'm like, yeah, music is way better and it's more fun.
Yeah.
Comedy, I'm sorry, too. No, it's like the show's more experiential. Sitting through an hour of comedy is tough, especially not for me. I love comedy, but
I was gonna say, I mean, for the right comedian, no.
Yeah,
like a really good hour that is just
cruising,
fucking
dude.
Yeah.
Nate Bargatze is a perfect example. You just sit through his hour, you're just like chilling.
I sat through 4 hours of Chappelle, and I was that was
chilling.
Enjoyable. Now, yeah, he can be hammered. Sometimes those 4 hours can fluctuate a little bit.
I saw him in London. I asked the promoter, I was like, because he was just knocking back tequilas on stage, and I was like, asked the promoter, because she was promoting my small show in London. It was like 200 seats.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's doing anyway. I was like, how does he do this and then like go and wake up? And she's like, yeah, he does an IV like almost every day.
Yeah. But even that seems like not enough. I mean, like at that age, because like I still like to drink and party and have a good time. I'm 34,
but
and
he's not running around, bro. I'm running around, dude.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like breaking a fucking sweat.
Yeah, no, Dave will just like pull up in town and just post up and like do his shit. Yeah. And you don't have to sing. And the raspier his voice gets, the better because he sounds like profound.
I know.
And he's just like, you can't sing through that.
I know.
But they're completely opposite things because music has the hype. Like if you're a fan and you can do a musical intro and people can like the roar that you're gonna get.
Yeah.
The roar for stand up is one moment of excitement and then an hour of prove it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
if you're in the mood to just get fucked up by somebody's thoughts, dude, just Dave on a stool is like.
Well, it's also
That's all you need, dude.
You know, I do something different with my show though. I let them film and photograph everything. Like,
you should, because you want it out there.
Yeah.
You want,
I try to let them. Like he locks up the phones.
But think about it. When someone films you and shares to their story, people are seeing you running around and singing and whatever. If someone just films, the wrong 40 seconds of Dave, it's just him saying one politically controversial thing. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, listen, I'll be real with you. When I saw him in London, the first 45 minutes I was like, this is fucking lit. And then towards the end of the show, he's like, what y'all want to talk about? This was at the height of like the conflict.
Yeah. A lot of heights.
A lot of
that conflict's been cruising.
Yeah, but this is at least in the last year or two. And then people started yelling out about it, and then it just turned into like a huge just like yell fest. And I left like 5 minutes before he had to get off stage. I was like, I'm gonna get out of here, bro.
Yeah, you're just now getting the thoughts from the person in the upper deck about Israel Gaza, which is not.
Yeah, it's a tough.
We do close.
Landscape to navigate
we
right
do
now.
close with 20 minutes of Israel Gaza
everybody knows
on
that.
this program.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah,
fantastic.
so we're actually entering this is a perfect segue into that portion of it. Just open thoughts.
Open thoughts. I feel like it's. The situation is too complicated for me to really. I'm just a comedian who talks about fucking on stage. It really is too complicated for me.
I'm kidding. You don't have to do this.
No, that's what everybody does.
Yeah.
What do I know?
What do I know? I'm not at. You go. What you do is you disqualify yourself, and you go. Look, I'm not an expert. You go to other people for this, but then you still tell them what you think, and that's what I do because a lot of times I do a solo podcast, so I'm bouncing off the news, and I'll tell people, hey, you shouldn't listen to me. But here's 20 minutes of what I think.
What do you think of all these like videos of these people at town halls right now? I don't know what your political but like seeing the town halls now for a lot of the Republican candidates, people are showing up and they're like, "You're a liar! What is going on? What the fuck is this?" Like even one of the Republican congressmen, like his wife worked for the government and was fired. Do you know what I'm talking about? His wife was fired.
I didn't hear that story.
So he's
but
having a town hall.
That's the type of shit where it's like it all sounds good. Like I do believe a lot of the conservative talking points people feel comfortable with because they assume it will happen to someone else.
Yeah.
So the concept is like, well, I'm not a gay trans magician.
Dude, Zachary Levi literally went on like Fox because he's a Trump supporter, and he was like begging Elon Musk and Trump. He was like, "God, please stop firing these people."
like veterans.
Some of them are Trump supporters. Like they're the good ones. And then somebody was like, "No, they're firing. None of us are safe, dude."
Yeah, like that's what this is.
Yeah.
Did you see what Trump posted today?
No.
This video from Israel. I'm gonna have to show you this. I will plug this in. Because actually, I want your opinion on this as a musical comedian, because there's a bit of musical comedy in here.
Holy shit.
Now, this is fascinating. This is, get the sound going there.
What? Is this AI? He posted
This is an AI video. This is Trump's vision for a new Gaza. Bearded ladies dancing.
Wait, no, he didn't post that.
Yes, he did.
This
is his account, dude.
Trump Gaza, number one. Trump Gaza, shining bright. Golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza, number one.
What the fuck?
That is from the account.
Guys, this is unprecedented.
Just see immediately one of my homies from college liked it. I hope that wasn't ironic. Like, so much to unpack there with that video. I don't really know where to start. The like bearded trans ladies dancing.
That's crazy.
Was a unique twist. I think, like
considering the platform,
considering the location, him and like Bibi Netanyahu hanging on a lounge chair.
Literally, it's a video like of us. That we're not them, but they're literally like having drinks.
People have called us the Trump and Bibi of stand-up.
Of course,
they do.
Are they gonna? I mean, is he gonna be alive long enough? I mean,
it's so like
to see this.
It's
future?
honestly, it's so disrespectful to the reality of what people have gone through that. And I know he likes shit posting. I don't think he actually understands how fucking crazy that is.
Bro, he is the most petty motherfucker. Bro, he is literally a president out of spite.
Yeah.
He's literally just a president. Like Barack Obama
Which and that I
could
do
run.
respect.
Yeah.
And that I do respect. Like, I think you want to have a healthy relationship to things, but I also understand there's a part of you, I'm sure, and a part of me that anyone who's ever wronged you, I'm like, it's all good, but I hope there's a Netflix billboard directly in front of your bedroom.
Well, I mean, literally 10 names came to mind.
Yeah, dude.
Literally one. Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit of spite is a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
Even people who you've had like an amicable breakup with that you like, you're like, I do need to flex on you in an important part of your life.
100%. I think about people that I hooked up with, and I think about now that they are 100% getting sent my TikToks.
Yes.
Like, undoubtedly.
The best feeling in
I
the
have
world.
friends and family. My brother.
Yeah.
Because I don't go by my real. I go by my first and middle name.
Yeah.
So people don't. And my brother and I don't look 100% alike, which I think is the case for most brothers.
Me and my brother do not look 100%
Yeah.
alike either. Yeah.
I like really that's a stupid thing to say, but yeah, I know they're getting sent stuff, and it feels great.
It feels good, and you add a little extra, like, you know.
And that's not even counting the TV shit that's coming out this year and the movie stuff.
Yeah.
Like that stuff, I don't even promote. That
Yeah.
stuff just pops up, and I'm like, great.
And you know that it'll get hated on because I'll be like, oh, yeah, he's probably not even like that good. And it's
Yeah.
like, come on now, you know what it is.
You know what it is.
You know if I walked into the room, I go, hey, how you been?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, man.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a little victory lap. That can be healthy. Now, do you need to be posting AI videos of Gaza? Maybe not.
No, of bearded ladies dancing.
Maybe not.
And Trump. It says Trump Gaza.
Gaza. Like he's
On
going to
the
name
casino.
That is, he does, like, it is consistent. Like, that is how
Yeah.
he views the world. He's
Dude,
like,
I was
I
in
can make it gold.
Oh yeah, when I was in Vegas last week, I had my literal view is just like of the Trump Tower.
And it's probably nice.
I kept looking at it to see if people were like really driving in.
Yeah.
I'm like wondering. I kind of want to stay there. Just
It's
to,
back. I mean, like, people like feel comfortable doing it. Like, there was a time where people were like, oh, even if they kind of liked it, they wouldn't. Now, if you're into it at all, you're
gotta
like
go.
wearing the merch. You're like, I only stay at Trump.
I should stay there and like live stream the shit.
You should stay
and
there.
just see what it's like.
Do you still do the hotel room reviews
I
that
do.
you used
I
to?
do. And a lot of people were
Putting
like,
your finger in the toilet, dude.
Yeah, a lot
Diabolical.
of people were like, why would you do that? But the water in the toilet is very clean.
I'm glad you researched that.
I mean, at that point, it's like they clean it that's like the most clean thing in the room.
The toilet.
I mean, for when you stay in a hotel, I think the bed is probably the dirtiest thing in the room.
I try not to think about the reality when I'm in a hotel room. Like, I try not to get like, even like weed. I'll try not to get too high if I'm at a hotel room because then I'll be thinking.
They have like the surfer run.
Yeah, it's kind of sick, dude.
He's got like the. I don't know if you're gonna catch us on camera, but
it
he's
depends
doing
on
the
his
surfer
path.
run.
Yeah.
He's doing
The
like,
surfer thing.
It's not like a full like he's not. Why is he in a hurry? He's like, why is he running?
Because it's a vibe. He's getting amped. He's getting warmed up. He's gonna
did a
go
little jump,
shred
too.
some.
No, because
Yeah.
it's like the ocean's not going anywhere, but he's like my friends are. It's like my friends are surfing. I gotta get there.
Yeah, dude, that
That's
is
like,
what he's doing.
Oh no, my friends they're getting the swells.
Are you a surf guy at all? You live here near the ocean, yeah?
I love it, dude. I don't surf. I tried surfing a couple times. I caught one wave. It was the most exhausting. For one wave to ride for 5 seconds. Maybe it was very. The risk was not worth the reward.
Yeah, the surf culture I'm obsessed with.
Especially
Like,
here, it's like the water's dirty. It's cold.
Yeah.
You're gonna get hepatitis from this beach. I don't go in the
100%.
water here. Like when I was in.
You don't go in the water here?
Not anymore, bro. When I was in Hawaii, I learned like, oh shit, this is like a nice.
It's different,
This
dude.
water's clear.
Yeah.
It's warm. There's fish.
It's literally the greatest thing we've ever stolen. And we've stolen a lot of shit. And stealing Hawaii was an absolute banger idea.
Well, I don't. We'll see how stealing Gaza goes. We'll see how that goes.
That is true. Maybe
We'll
the
see how
surf is
Jesus
great.
Christ.
I have no idea.
It's all jokes, guys. It's truly
It's
it's truly a horrendous, horrific tragedy.
I think acknowledging the reality of things that we've done is a progressive thing to do, even if my words are callous.
And there's people who are like, "What is it accomplishment? Why do we got to rehash all this?" Like, it's horrible. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's like but it, everyone was gonna steal everything.
Listen, cut all
so
this
we
stuff out.
stole some good things. Look, colonialism is
what
like
else
nothing is all good or bad. Morgan.
Yeah, no, 100%. What else did white people steal? That's pretty cool.
I mean, America writ large.
America at large, yeah. 100%. Yeah.
We stole a bunch of I went to the Louvre.
Puerto
Puerto Rico. Yeah, I went to the Louvre, and it was just like a collection of shit that we took.
Oh yeah, and I think London people in England have jokes about how they stole like a ton of Egyptian
They've
stuff.
stolen, and it's like, you say that obviously it's not nice.
No.
And I didn't do it, so it's not my fault. But it's like anyone who's collected baseball cards understands the impulse to be like, dude, I want that fucking sarcophagus.
I gotta tell you something. I don't know if it's because I've been playing a lot of Fortnite lately, but like the urge for me to like own gold is outrageous.
Dude, do you have any?
I do.
I've invested in a little bit. I've had some precious metals for a long time.
Yeah, I bought some gold, some Swiss francs.
Nice, dude.
But I don't know what it is, man. I want to be like the guy with the monocle swimming in a pool of gold coins.
Yes, Scrooge McDuck.
I don't know what it is about.
They call me Scrooge McFuck because
Like-
I be tearing it up in there.
Dude, I'm telling you, like I'm doing a show in Dubai this year.
Are you gonna
and-
shit on a lady's chest?
No.
Yeah,
I don't know.
come
If
on.
it's
Are you
if it's an
single?
option- No, I'm not.
Okay,
But
but you're open, right?
We are open.
Right.
Yeah. But
So
it's a
you
little
could shit on a chest if you want to, but you'd
technically.
have to
I mean,
explain
I peed
it.
on somebody, so.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
nice. In a shower or just on a bed?
Yeah, in a shower. They asked me to do it. So.
Yeah, well, I've done. I mean, come on. Everyone's peed on someone in the shower.
No, but with Dubai, going back to this is gonna be. I mean, I think about like getting cast in like a Disney show and like.
No one
if
will
they don't-
ever find this
Yeah, if
podcast,
they- if
Morgan.
they-
It's
if
gonna.
if they don't know my brand by now, if you don't know me by now, I'm really gonna try to get tipped with a gold bar in Dubai. Like the goal is like I don't care.
Will you
what I-
text me if that happens?
I
I'd
need
really
a gold
like to
bar.
know.
I need like a sheik or somebody to drive me, blindfold me, drive me an hour somewhere else, and like show me a giant pile of gold and like a bunch of Lamborghinis that they're just gonna set on fire anyway. They're
Yeah.
like, I need to see that.
Yes.
I mean, listen,
I love when I see other cultures engaging in disgusting waste, so I can
Yeah.
go, hey,
I
everybody's bad.
Oh yeah, I got
Right.
I got invited to do a gig last year, a year or two ago. I forget what it was, in the Seychelles Islands. I don't know if you know where that is.
Yes.
That's like off the coast of Kenya.
Yeah.
It was like it would have been a 30-hour trip from LA. It was for a private party for a sheik, and freaky deaky shit was gonna go on.
Yeah.
I would have had to sign an NDA.
Yeah.
The money, they weren't gonna fly me first class. It was gonna be like business class.
That's kind of insane. Well, business is not bad.
But I want the suite, dude. I want to
Yeah.
lay down in a bed.
If you're going 30 hours,
Yeah, I better
to
be,
hang out with people that are not going to be fun to hang with.
Yeah, and I'm
probably.
not allowed to talk about anything. I said no to it, but just know that there is a level of rich that I don't aspire to be, but I'm curious to know about.
Yeah, I think it is the root cause of most of the bad things on the
Yeah.
planet, but
Yeah.
I'd love to hang with them for a weekend.
It's like the type of richness that like causes other people to die like at the end of the chain.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Without a doubt.
Like they don't directly like pull a trigger,
right.
but they for sure like are the leading cause of like
They've
many-
like bought somebody's mother. You know, they like tore a family apart because a lady was
Yeah.
good at making like shawarma. You know, and I'm over
100%,
here
dude.
wondering if I'm a bad person because I didn't recycle my
Bro,
batteries.
this happens in Brazil. Like they'll go to like rich people will go to a very poor part of the country and like go to a family and be like, listen, if we'll pay for your daughter's education and all this, as long as they just come and like be like our house servant.
Yeah.
This is like going on in a,
This
like
is-
a
yeah.
very regular way.
And the crazy thing is, it's a great deal for that family.
oh, 100.
They're
"Please."
like amazing. I didn't
lift
know
her out
we'd
of poverty or
raised a
some shit.
fucking lottery ticket.
Yeah, no, it's
Go
pretty
clean
wild.
the toilet, and we hope that everything happening there is chill. But who knows?
Yeah. We're all guilty of. I mean, we're all complicit, dude. We all have iPhones.
Certainly, well, yeah, but I think there is. I think it's fair to make a delineation between I bought an iPad and I bought a person.
Yeah.
I think it's fair, you know, because
indentured-
like
an
you can't
indentured
remove yourself.
servant.
Like I'm
No,
not
you-
gonna like sit here and like live off the fucking land. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
participate in the
What
modern
do you think,
economy.
bro? What's the dream? Are you trying to like get a house with like chickens in the like? That's what I want. Like a house.
You want
with a-
chickens?
I want. Well, I mean, I want I want an egg plug for sure.
Yeah, egg plug.
I want an
dude.
egg plug. I want chickens. I want to grow herbs. I want to eventually have like a cool little spot of land. Like, I am like this close to being a doomsday guy.
I can see this.
I own a firearm now.
I was going to ask because you're at the point where you've made a lot of money and you're at the point now where you're investing in the career and everything is like,
Yeah.
but at some point, it's already going to happen. You're going to have the excess money that you have to start buying weird shit.
Yeah, 100%.
And then we'll get to learn a lot about what's going on in there.
I have a friend who has a substantial amount of money. He bought a Stairmaster. He brought like a $7,000 Stairmaster.
What?
Like the type of thing you go to the gym for. He was like,
yeah,
I just wanted the Stairmaster, and it's like in his
Is he
garage.
dumped up? He's probably got a great ass.
I
You
don't
build
know,
a
dude.
strong.
But it's like, bro is like assembling a Planet Fitness in his home.
All I want is the worst gym, but at my house.
Yeah.
Dude, actually a really nice home gym is like, that would be a huge thing for me.
Yeah. Are you a big workout guy?
I am. It
Yeah.
makes me feel better as a person. I don't necessarily enjoy the entire process, but every day.
You keep a rigorous schedule, like you are on it. Because it's hard for me to keep working out.
I have a friend of mine used to be like a trainer in the NHL, and he just makes me a spreadsheet. And so I just have to do the spreadsheet, and it'll fuck me up. It'll be like it could be like a 90-minute workout with like running and lifting and all sorts of shit, and like it's what I have to do that day.
I don't got that time.
I try not to do that, and
I don't got that time, bro.
the main thing for me, the most
You're as
important
famous
thing.
as I am. You don't got that time, bro.
Come on, dog. Now you think I have poor muscles? Are you telling me that these are loser guns,
No,
dude?
I'm trying to get into enough shape where I can just keep running around the theater, but I'm gonna for sure tear an ACL doing what I do on stage.
You get I think but also you have a different physique. You're tall. You have a
body type
lanky.
of
You
a-
have a very
yeah.
sexual build.
Yeah,
I
slender
feel
Japanese
like
boy.
the lank is. Oh, you're Japanese.
But no, I have the body type of a slender
Okay, I was
Japanese
gonna
boy.
say you a tall Japanese boy.
Yeah.
You're Brazilian, right?
Brazilian and Italian.
Brazilian.
Yeah.
That's a
it's a
sexual
good
combo,
mix.
dude. Yeah, you
Good-
do
good
have the
mix.
fuck stash, and you got the whole
Well,
thing's going on.
I don't know what it is about the look.
I have
When
to pack power because I'm short, so I have to let people know, dude. I'm
Have
twitchy.
you thought about getting a stash?
I can't really do it. It's not great. It gets wispy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what it is? The boys. They said,
No.
"Did you say mustache?"
Yeah, no. When I, two summers ago, when I switched to the mustache and this little goatee thing, and grew my hair out, I don't know if I got funnier or if like people latched on to the look, because obviously now, like it's like on my merch.
Yeah.
And I kind of committed
It's a
to
guy.
this. People started. I was in Tampa. People show up with fake mustaches now.
That's amazing.
This is crazy.
This is the type of shit that you could never plan for, but then
I-
once it starts happening, you're like, "Oh, that's what's up."
Sure, do it.
That's why, like, I used to get shit for my haircut, and then like from like Schultz and his crew would be like, "Oh, what the fuck is this haircut?" And then eventually he was like, "You have
Then
to
they
keep
d-
it." It's the only
yeah,
reason that
yeah.
people know. It's the only distinguishing look that I have.
I mean, listen, Chappell Rowan is incredibly talented, but I also think there's a level of like her facade that she puts
Of
on.
course.
People buy
The
into
whole
that.
thing is a show. And
The
it
whole
doesn't
thing
mean
is
it's
a
the
show.
only thing, but it's a thing that people like. I mean, I go to a sports game, I like to wear the jersey. You like a thing.
Yeah.
You want some I want to see
People,
the thing.
people want to buy into like a community type
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. 100%.
So yeah, maybe facial hair will come. I'm 34. Facial hair might be coming in the next few years. I don't know. That could be a whole different arc for me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get a fake unibrow.
Pubes too.
Unibrow could be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Pubes, I don't know. I don't need those.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Uh,
You're
yeah.
married, huh?
I am married.
How is it being married and like are you touring a lot or?
I'm touring a lot.
Yeah, and how is that on the relationship?
Well, it's
Because I mean, like, I'm gone at least half of the year now,
yeah.
and for the foreseeable future.
It sucks. Like a stretch like this where I'm gone for 3 weeks. It just sucks because like just you miss each other, and that's not
Yeah.
fun. And the good thing is we have been together since before I ever started doing stand up.
Okay.
So there's not
How long is that?
that is 13 years,
Jesus,
I think.
bro. Since you were 20?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
insane.
That's wild. Bro.
It is crazy. So the cool thing with that though is
It's
like
great. It's beautiful.
It's
But it's also
yeah, you're looking at me like, what,
That's-
dude? You haven't even shat on a lady in Dubai? I maybe that'll be one of my like Valentine's Day coupons, you know, where it's like good for
Yeah.
one free back rub, good for shitting on someone in
Does she
Dubai.
ever come out and come to cities and stuff?
Every once in a while, but like there's not as many great opportunities for that as you would think, because it's like
Yeah.
one, she has a job. Traveling with a comedian, as we discussed,
Kinda work she
isn't
do?
that fun. She works in tech.
Yeah. Okay.
But traveling with a comedian isn't that fun because like you get to go to a town and then we are not like boozing or doing fun shit all day. I'm kind of like amping up for the
like
show.
in
Then you do the
Knoxville,
show.
Tennessee, and there's like
Yeah.
not a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah.
to fucking Spokane this weekend. I said, hey, you're welcome to come. She said, that's all
no,
right.
I did not like Spokane.
I don't think I will.
You never been there?
No. But it's just gonna be a work weekend. Like I'm behind on editing. I'll just chill in the hotel, get some shit done. Like it'll be fine.
There ain't nothing going on in that city, bro.
Exactly, but I don't even hate that because it's like I really like the fun weekends where a lot of shit's going on. But I don't hate the nothing's going on weekend because I'm like, oh, I'll write. I will write this weekend.
I'm going to Kansas City on tomorrow, and I have a friend there, and I want to do like a live stream. And I was like, what should we do? And he was like struggling to figure things out.
Yeah, he's like, do you like barbecue?
He's like, there's a statue we could see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, all right.
Most of the fun shit to do in like the middle of the country is get like torched and go to a sporting event, which I love doing, but I can't do that on a show day. So like I was just in Calgary, obviously different country, but middle of it, and I stayed an extra day because my hockey team was playing the Flames, and my like brother flew up and a friend flew out, and we partied and we went to the game, and I had no show that night, and like that was a really fun, unique experience that I wouldn't have anywhere else. But
I think like I'm learning that the sporting events are good. Like we went to a Lakers game. I get tickets to concerts now. I'm making enough money for my reps where like if I hit them up,
they'll
like,
hook it.
You give me some tickets to this?
Yeah.
They're like, all right, we got it.
Yeah.
However, I did learn I'm not like I'm not bringing in like so much money because
you're not getting a suite.
Well, we got the box at the Lakers game.
There you go.
But I don't get like premier access or like first dibs on it because I asked for 4 tickets and like
I feel very bad for you.
It's tough, dude.
You didn't get first. You got the suite, but you didn't get first dibs on it.
Well, no, it's not this.
Burn this city to the ground.
Well, no, they were like, oh no, it's full. We don't have any tickets for it. And then the day of the game, they were like, oh, actually,
a couple
4
opened
tickets
up.
open. We get there, there's every seat's empty because the box is like there's like 12 seats in a box.
Yeah.
And it's like us, me and my 3 friends, and then 2 people I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, they just were saving it in case like, Tyler the Creator needed the box.
Exactly.
But
see, that's the stuff where you got to pinch yourself because it's like 99% of people.
It's not even a real problem. It's like
going to a Lakers game in a box is like for a lot of people that's the event of the year.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And now, granted, you don't like love basketball.
No.
It doesn't sound like so. It's not going to feel like that to you.
It was wasted on me.
But for a lot of people,
figures.
they're like, dude, like they would go crazy. They'd be like,
yeah.
And Doncic is here. Doncic and LeBron.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to get those floor seats. I want to do
floor seats is nice.
I do.
You're a year away, Morgan.
Yeah.
You're not there. You're frankly not a floor seat guy yet.
No.
I'm looking at you, and I'm sure the outfit would be nice. But, and look, I know things are going well, but they're going to put you up on the screen. It's a golf clap.
I want that,
It's
dude.
a golf clap right now, Morgan.
It's
not.
You're right, dude.
You're close.
You're
close,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Red Rocks comes first. You're a golf clap right now.
Yeah, man. That's going to be cool. Red Rocks. That'll be kind of neat.
That'll be cool.
I mean, he's very – I didn't – when we first signed with each other, he was like, you'll be doing theaters pretty soon. I said, I don't know, man. He's like, you will. And it happened very quickly.
This is an interesting.
I didn't believe it. I don't believe. Like I just at this point, dude, everything is extra.
I think about this because I feel like, especially in LA, people talk about like manifesting and like thinking, and like there are crazy people wandering around being like, "I'm gonna play Red Rocks next year," and those people are false. But I do think that there's a level once you're on a path where like I have stopped looking at things that I haven't achieved yet that I know because I can feel it. I'm like, oh, that'll happen.
Yeah,
we'll get there. It's in due time, and I think it's not quite manifesting by like walking around and touching a crystal and just believing it, but it's knowing that the work that I've put in that's got me here 100% can and will get me somewhere.
I agree.
And then once you start believing it, it does start happening.
Yeah, I think I heard somebody say like you're on the right path when it like disappears, if that makes sense. Like where I'm at a point now where like I can't even see the road anymore. Like, but when I started, it was like, all right, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this to get this, and now I'm getting these things, and I'm actually getting more than I could even have imagined. So I don't even know where we're gonna go. I mean, like host the Grammys, probably. I don't know.
Right.
I think it's totally possible for me to host the Grammys.
Dude.
Not that that's like anybody really watches that shit much anymore,
but it'd be cool.
It'd be cool.
It'd be a cool thing to do.
It'd be cool. I mean, I'm like, right? Actually, no, I won't say that. But
say it.
No, because I don't know if it's like really like gonna happen or not. But I'm in the running for like a movie with a huge celebrity.
Yeah.
And so.
They told me that one isn't going to hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your reps contacted me before the episode.
We're not, you know what, bro? I'm not a 4C guy yet. I don't know what I'm getting ahead of myself, dude. What am I even thinking, dude? I'm foolish.
But it's amazing to be at this place where it's like all that shit. Like I try, I just remember so many years of like, dude, the only goal was, can this be my only job?
Yeah. And it is, right?
And yeah, for a couple years. And so every morning you wake up and stress, and it's like the little things.
Yeah.
But then I realize, like, you are living the dream right now.
It's wonderful. I really do feel like I'm living the dream right now. I'm trying to relish in it.
Yeah.
European tour coming up. I mean, it's basically all sold out. I'm staying in nice hotels. I'm really treating myself in the European tour.
Yeah.
Like,
do you get any time to like spend in Europe, or is it like
so
date? Because I see these tours and I'm like, did you get to see anything while you were there?
Yeah. So for this trip, I definitely put at least 1 day to 2 days between cities, and some like 4 to 6 days in certain cities.
Incredible.
Because I was like, listen, if I'm gonna be there, I want to enjoy this shit. I'm like booking hotels with spas in them and near the beach or something. Like, I had the option to stay in like Manchester for 5 days or Portugal for like 6 days, and I was like, those are pretty easy. No disrespect
Manchester's
to Manchester.
really not. You could have gotten a job in a coal factory or something nice.
I'm gonna do the show in Manchester and immediately go to Portugal.
Yeah, I think that's the look.
No disrespect to Manchester.
So many people. Did you have to fight your agents on that? Because I feel like so many people, like, the agents just throw them out on like a dog run where it's just like city, and I'm like, dude, if I'm gonna be in Lisbon, for example, I'm staying for a couple days.
It wasn't that I had to fight him. It's that we kind of underestimated. I err on the side of caution. Like in London, I'm doing like 8,000 tickets, right? But I didn't know. Probably could have done more, but I didn't know that I was going to sell that much. I didn't know that like the first theater of 2,000 was going to sell out like in less than 30 minutes.
That had to be a cool feeling.
Dude, we sold. I don't know why I say we. I sold 13,000 tickets in like an hour in Europe.
Dude, I say we too, by the way.
Yeah, I say we too.
It's because I'm running a business, kind of.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
And it also feels better than being like, I
did this. But let's call a spade a spade. I sold 13,000 tickets in an hour in Europe. And so
maybe you're a floor seat guy in Europe.
Dude, I think I'm more popular. I'm more popular.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm popular here, but I'm more popular. Over there for sure, and in Australia.
Really?
It's like the way I sell. My reps are like, we don't really know how you're selling tickets like that, dude. In Brazil, obviously I'm Brazilian. I sold like 1,500 tickets in a day.
You could buy a lady with that.
But the promoters in all these other countries are like, we did not expect this, so they have to like scramble to add shows. So
these
like
are good problems to have.
Yeah, like in Lisbon, the venue was like 500 seats, but they sold out like immediately. So we added a 2,000 seat venue.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna sell that out.
When did you first feel like shit like changed?
It was the end of 2023 when I had a clip kind of pop off on TikTok.
It was one clip, and then it just gassed to the fire, and everything just started going.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing fine, and I had 1 million followers on TikTok. I had a couple 100,000 on Instagram, but this clip, like, put me in a whole other. It's like I had over 130 million. I think across platforms it probably has. I would imagine maybe between 300 and 500 million.
Yeah.
Million
Did
views.
you have any feeling that one was gonna pop, or you're like, it's solid?
I think that clip is ass, bro. That just goes to show.
Crazy.
That just goes to show. Like, post everything, bro. I'm my first fan and my first hater, bro. This clip, I'm like,
you're a post everything. See, I probably post 30% of the shit that I make because I'm like, some of this is ass, and when I post something and it bombs, it hurts my feelings. And I know that's not the right approach, but I'm still getting out like a couple a week.
No,
but you're just like, throw everything.
I post almost everything. I do have a rejected folder now, but it's because I'm producing a certain amount of like clips now that there's just some stuff that doesn't hold up,
right?
You know, and but that clip, I have no jokes in it. I'm literally I'm just like singing like, what's your, like, it's like the what, it's literally the hat.
What's your name, bro?
Like, it's literally, there's no punchlines in it. I learned a valuable lesson is that like Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they're honestly just looking for a vibe.
No, that's unfortunate.
They don't necessarily need like the most cleverest thing in the world. And I think
Their brains are fried. They can't think
Oh, yeah.
anymore.
No,
They're uninterested in analysis or wit.
Yeah, and I think
That's good news.
Yeah, literally. I mean, that's what it is. And I think I provide a certain type of experience and vibe. Like if you go to my profile, my show feels like a party.
Yes.
And so people want to go to that.
Yeah.
You know?
And that is, we were talking about this earlier, that is why you have the opposite approach to put the phone in a bag. It's like, I want your phone out. If you're throwing a hot party in town, you want everyone who wasn't at that party to be looking at their phones going, why the fuck didn't I go to that?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, and it's like, now that the show is a party, do people invite you out after shows, like strangers, or like come smoke a joint, or come
Sometimes. It depends. Yeah, a decent amount.
It's like, bitch, I just was the party for an hour.
Right.
I was the party.
Right.
I don't want to party anymore.
It's usually a pretty odd offer. It's always like the drunkest person in the merch line, and they're like, dude, come, I will buy you a beer. And I'm like, I feel like I'd rather pay for the beer and not get an ear beating.
You're in West Bend, Milwaukee, bro, or Wisconsin. Come to Finnegan's Bar, where we're going to be drinking. Like, by the way, Wisconsin, these dive bars, I don't even know they're like people who are like well into their 50s and 60s are out on a Friday night drinking at these bars.
So I will say I do
mad respect.
I respect that. I'd like a Finnegan's.
Yeah,
I'd like going to an O'Flaherty's
Yeah,
and have it splitting the G on a Guinness and taking a shot. Like, I enjoy that culture. In fact, I'm probably more apt to
fish
do
and
that
chips.
than go to a club.
Yo, and everybody's really friendly. They want to say hello. They want to talk about shit.
Yeah.
They're just, it's a good vibe.
It's a good vibe, but then there are times where you're like, I don't think I need to do that tonight, and it can get very weird. And I've also realized, like, I'm at a level where I can go out and experience a town after, and it's fun, and no one knows who I am, but maybe if a couple people do and they can get a club promoter, like, I can get hooked up, but I don't get bothered, which is really nice. Once you start getting bothered, it really shifts your calculus on, like, can I go have fun?
Yeah.
Like, I've gone out with, like, Trevor Wallace a couple times, and people will be like,
hard?
can I touch your nose? No, he will go out, like...
Yeah, people don't, I don't think any of us really go that hard.
Not that much anymore. Like, he'll go hard in, like, Miami, Vegas, like, Scottsdale, but, like, if we're doing any other city, he's like, no.
Yeah, you really, if you're touring at the level that somebody like him is touring at, you really can't.
You can't. Or you'll, like, if it's a 3-day run, it's like, keep it chilled, nights 1 and 2, then the run's done. Let's go rip it up. But usually it's like, you want to rip it up with the crew. Like, if I'm in town alone, I'm not, like, going and hanging out with, like, people from the show. But if it's like, I brought Mark, or I brought, you know, any of my friends, then it's like, let's go. Let's tie one on for the boys, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. I like a nice restaurant. I try to treat people. I think in Vegas, I took everybody to Carbone's.
Yeah.
It was like $1,000 dinner.
That's the nice shit. A nice meal. We're becoming older and mature.
Yeah.
And it's like a nice meal.
Although my
with the
assistant
team.
is like 24, and all of a sudden he's like a fucking sommelier. Like, he ordered a glass of wine and he was like swirling, and I'm like, what the fuck do you know about wine, bro?
He's like, I'm on the road with you. I know now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you drink at all?
Literally for just special occasions. I had 2 shots. I had 3 shots last night.
Wow.
I had 8 shots last night. It's just like,
wow.
No. Last night was a special night because it was like, I could feel that this was going to be the beginning of like a new era in the touring and the career.
Yeah.
And like, it really was. The show, I just don't see how it can't be a success. I think like it's going to be one of the best music and comedy shows there is. That's how I feel.
I think that's a beautiful place to leave it. I'm excited to see most people when they come on this show. It's Red Rocks right after, so I will be taking full credit for that.
Yep.
Morgan, obviously, where can people find you?
Just go to morganj.com, Jay. Most of the shows are sold out, so the only thing I'll plug is the Goofy Gang store is online, so just go to morganjmerch.com. And if you want to get some swag, that's where you'll go.
And if you can't get tickets to Morgan, joeavery.com/live. Tickets are still available. We got like 15 new cities up there. Go get them tickets.
Hell yeah, bro.
Thanks for doing this, man.
I was happy to do it.
Thank God I have a podcast.